Hello students. From the last class we are discussing about dihybrid cross. In the last class only I have started with dihybrid cross. Dihybrid cross means a cross between two pure pea plants. A cross between two pure pea plants which are differing in two pairs of contrasting characters. Or dihybrid cross is nothing but a cross between two homozygous individual. Cross between two homozygous individual. Homozygous individual means presence of same type of genes. For example, see here, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. This is homozygous individual. Is crossed with small r, small y, small y. Means here round shaped yellow colored seed, pea plant having round shaped yellow colored seed is crossed with pea plant having wrinkled shape and green colored seed. Say this one is homozygous individual. These are homozygous individual or pure pea plants. A cross between two homozygous individual which are differing in two pairs of contrasting characters is called as dihybrid cross. These things we have discussed in the last class. How we have to take the genotype of the parent, then what are the type of the gametes produced here, then F1 generation. In the F1 generation we can see the hybrid, but the character is round yellow, but it is hybrid. And this condition is called heterozygous condition. This one is homozygous condition and this one is called heterozygous. Presence of capital R, small r, capital Y, small y or capital T, small t together. If capital T is present with small t, that is called heterozygous. One is dominant allele and another one is recessive allele. Hetero means different. Homo means same. Presence of either dominant alleles together or presence of two recessive alleles together. That is called homozygous condition. See, these two are the homozygous condition, but this one indicates the heterozygous condition. In the F1 generation, we will get heterozygous condition. Next step is self-pollination of F1 generation. Till here we have discussed self-pollination of F1 generation means F1 into F1. Self-pollination is nothing but process of transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of the same flower. That is self-pollination. Means here we have to take only one pea plant. From that single pea plant only we have to take male gametes and female gametes. We have to fertilize the male and female gametes which are produced in single flower. That is self-pollination. See, this one is the genotype of the F1 parent. Capital R, capital Y, small y is crossed with capital R, capital Y, small y. Then here also production of gametes takes place. Next step is gametes. Next step is formation of gametes. Here this parent, capital R, capital Y, small y, that parent produces different types of gametes. This one produces different types of gametes. F1 into F1. F1 means capital R, capital Y, small y. Here also capital R, capital Y, small y. Here gametes are produced from both. This one produces 4 types of gametes. Here also 4 types of gametes are produced. 4 types of gametes are produced. But same type of gametes. What are the gametes produced by this one is similar to the gametes produced by this parent F1. Here, during the formation of gamete, capital R and small r, here capital Y and small y. Capital R, small r represents shape of the seed. Capital R and small r are the two alleles or genes which represents shape of the seed. Shape of the seed includes two contrasting forms. One is round and another one is wrinkled. And capital Y, small y. These two represents color of the seed. In case of color of the seed, there are two contrasting forms. One is yellow color and the other one is green color. First, during the formation of gametes, one allele with respect to one character enters into the gamete. That means one allele which represent or responsible for one character enters into the gamete. See, during the formation of gamete here, from this capital R and small r, both are having equal chance to enter into the gamete. Capital R and small r both are having equal chance, 50% of chance to enter into the gamete. Then from this character, means color of the seed, both the alleles are having again 50% of chance to enter into the gamete. Both are having equal chance or 50% of chance to enter into the gamete. Means there is no condition that always capital Y should enter the gamete or always small y should enter the gamete. It's a chance separation of genes. Then always in the gamete, with respect to one character, one allele will be present. With respect to one character, one allele will be present. It may be a dominant allele or recessive allele, never both. Either dominant allele or recessive allele with respect to one character will be present in the gamete. That means from this character, one allele enters into the gamete. Then from this character, one allele enters into the gamete. Consider here capital Y entered. Then capital R, at that time small y may also enter. There is no condition that in the gamete there should be two dominant alleles. Chance separation and entry of genes into the gamete. So here capital R may enter into the gamete. Along with capital R, capital Y may enter. Or along with capital R, small y may also enter. Both are having equal chance or 50% of chance to enter into the gamete. In the same way, from this character, small r may also enter into the gamete. Along with small r, capital Y may enter, or along with small r, small y may also enter. All the alleles are having equal chance to enter into the gamete. But both the alleles with respect to one character will not enter into the gamete. This is wrong. Don't write capital R, capital Y, small y together. Because capital R, small r both represents one character, that is shape of the seed. Capital Y, small y both represent one character, that is color of the seed. Hence, they will not form gamete together. This is wrong. With respect to one character, only one allele or one gene enters into the gamete. Then here also this parent also produces same type of gamete. Capital R, small y, then small r, capital Y, small y. Like this, 4 types of gametes are produced. Here 4. But the gametes of this one is similar to this one. Next step is fusion of these gametes or fertilization. Then the formation of gametes in this explains law of independent assortment. The formation of the gametes explains law of independent assortment. Why these types of gametes are produced? Why these types of gametes are produced here? That is because of law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment means factors or alleles for two or more pairs of contrasting characters. Factors or alleles for two or more pairs of characters. Here we have taken two pairs of character. Factors or alleles for two or more pairs of contrasting characters are distributed independently of one another at the time of gamete formation. Factors or alleles for two characters, two pairs of contrasting characters or more pairs of contrasting characters are distributed independently of one another at the time of gamete formation. Means the distribution of alleles of this character is independent of the distribution of alleles of this color of the seed character. They are completely independent. Hence we will get these four types of gametes here. Because the entry of capital R from this character into the gamete is independent of the entry of capital Y from this character into the gamete. Distribution of alleles of two contrasting characters are independent. Independently they assort or they distribute. That is called law of independent assortment. In order to explain the law of independent assortment, we have to take the example of dihybrid cross. This is about law of independent assortment. To explain law of dominance and law of segregation, monohybrid cross is taken as an example. But in order to explain law of independent assortment, we have to take the example of dihybrid cross. Okay, now 4 types of gametes are produced. Next step is F2 generation. F2 generation. In the F2 generation, we can observe the characters which we have not observed in F1 generation. Or we can observe some non-parental combinations in F2 generation. Non-parental combinations, because the parental combinations are round, yellow and wrinkled green. In the F2 generation, here we will get non-parental combinations. Means new combinations of characters. What is that non-parental combination? We will see now. Say, in order to fuse these gametes, we can take the help of checkerboard. Checkerboard, or it is also called as Punnett square. Checkerboard is also called as Punnett square. Checkerboard or Punnett square. This is called Punnett square because this was introduced by Reginald Punnett or R.C. Punnett. Hence, this is called as Punnett square. Here we have to take like this, mean 4 columns and 4 rows. Like this. Then here we have to take one side, we have to take male gamete and another side we have to take female gametes. Consider this side I am taking male gametes and this side I am taking female gamete. Symbols represents male, female. Male, female. Here male gametes and here female gametes. But all male and female gametes are of same type here. Same type of gametes are produced. Consider this one as a male gamete and these are as a female gamete. All the gametes are of same type. Male and female gametes are of same type. Now we have to write the gametes here. Capital R, capital Y, capital R, small r, capital Y, then small r, small y. Here we have to take the female gamete. That is also same, capital R, capital Y, capital R, small y, then small r, capital Y, then small r, small y. So like this, 4 different types of gametes are produced. Now we have to fuse these gametes, fertilization or fusion of these gametes. While fusing these gametes, we have to be very careful. Say, first we will take this two, and the genes or alleles which represent the same character should be written together. For our convenience, we have to write the genes or alleles which represent single character should written together. Means like this. Here capital R, then capital Y. Fusion of these two gametes. Now this one with this means capital R, capital Y, small y. Here these two. Capital R, small r, capital Y. Here capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Like this. Then now these two. Capital R, capital Y, small y together. Here capital R, small y together. Here capital R, capital Y, small y. Then these two means capital R, small y, small y. Now these two. Capital R, small r, capital Y. Here capital R, capital Y, small y. These two. Small r, capital Y. Then small r, capital Y, small y. Then here capital R, capital Y, small y. Here capital R, small y. Here these two. Small r, capital Y, small y. And last one is small r, small y. Like this we have to fertilize or we have to fuse the gametes. Fusion of gametes. Now we will see what are the type of characters we will obtain from this combination of genes. See here all dominant genes are present, so we will get round yellow. All are dominant genes. Here for this roundness we have dominant genes. Then from out of these two, one is dominant. Whenever dominant gene is present, it expresses itself, so we will get yellow. Here this is dominant, means round, and here these two are dominant, yellow. Here round, yellow. Here round, yellow. Here round, but here both are recessive genes, so we will get green color. Round shaped seed having green color. Here it is round yellow. Here it is round green, round green. Then here it is round yellow. Here also round yellow. Here, see, in this character we have two recessive genes, so we have to write wrinkled. Shape of the seed will be wrinkled and color will be yellow because both are dominant gene. Here it is wrinkled yellow. Then here round yellow. Here round green because both are recessive alleles. Here it is wrinkled yellow. Wrinkled yellow, and here it is wrinkled green. Only one combination we will get, wrinkled green, means all the genes are recessive. Wrinkled green. Don't get confused. Here it is wrinkled yellow. Here it is wrinkled green. Means all recessive characters. So this is the checkerboard or the F2 generation. Instead of crossing the gametes here, by the help of the checkerboard, easily we can write the F2 generation or second filial generation. Next step is phenotypic ratio. Phenotypic ratio. I will write the phenotypic ratio here. Phenotypic ratio of dihybrid cross is very, very important. Phenotypic ratio. Phenotypic ratio means, phenotype means external appearance. External appearance. What are the type of the characters we will see in this F2 generation? That is phenotypic ratio. What are the different types of characters? See here, round yellow is one type of character, round green is another type of character, wrinkled yellow is one type of character, and wrinkled green is one more type of character. So totally 4 different combinations we have obtained, but the ratio, phenotypic ratio will be 9:3:3:1. Means round yellow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Totally we will get 9 round yellow. 9. Then round green. 1 round green, 2 round green, then this one 3. So 3 round green. Round yellow, round green, then one more 3 is wrinkled yellow. Wrinkled yellow 1, 2, 3. Wrinkled yellow. WY, wrinkled yellow. The last one is wrinkled green. Wrinkled green, that is last one. Only 4 combinations we will get in this, round yellow and wrinkled green. These two are parental combinations. We have taken parents R, capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y, small r, small r, small y, means round yellow is crossed with wrinkled green. These two are parental combinations, whereas round green and wrinkled yellow, round green and wrinkled yellow are non-parental combinations. Non-parental combinations means new combinations here. We have obtained these non-parental combinations in F2 generation of dihybrid cross. So this is about phenotypic ratio of dihybrid cross. Then genotypic ratio. Genotypic ratio of dihybrid cross. Genotypic ratio means different combination of genes. What are the different combination of genes we have obtained in the F2 generation? See, capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y means all homozygous dominant. Genotypic ratio. Genotypic ratio. Say different combinations are, one is capital R, capital Y, capital Y. How many are there? It is only one. So 1:2. Then capital R, capital Y, small y. 1, 2. Only 2 are there. 2 means capital R, capital Y, small y. Another combination. Then after that, capital R, small r, capital Y. Here it is there. Capital R, small r, capital Y, 1, then 2. Only 2. That is capital R, small r, capital Y. 1:2:2. Next, capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Hybrid. Capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Here it is 1. Here it is 2, 3, 4. So 4 are there. Capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Then after this, capital R, capital Y, small y. Only one is there. Capital R, capital Y, small y. Capital R, capital Y, small y. It is only one. Then next one is, after this is also over. Next one is capital R, small y, small y. How many are there? Capital R, small y, small y. Here it is 1. Capital R, small y, small y. Means only one combination. This is over. This one is over. Yes. Capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. That is 4. Next one is 1. Capital R, capital Y, small y. And this is over already. Next to this one. Small y, only one. Only one. This is also over. Capital R. Tick these things. Capital R, capital Y, small y. Here both are small y. This is over. Then capital R, small r, not it. Okay. After this, next one is 2. Means capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. Here one, here one. So it's 2. Capital R, small y, small y is 2. 2 are there. After that, this is over. Next one is capital R, small r, capital Y, capital Y. Capital R, this is also over. Next one is, after that, small r, capital Y, capital Y. Small r, capital Y, capital Y. Only one is there. Small r, capital Y, capital Y. This is only one. Only one. After this is also over. Next, small r, capital Y, small y. 1, 2. 2. 2 means small r, capital Y, small y. I'll write here small r, capital Y, small y. Then last one is this one. Small r, small y, small y. I'll write it here, but write down here only. Here space is not there, so I have written here. Small r, small y, small y. So this is the genotypic ratio. 1:2:2:4:1:2:1:2:1. This is very, very important. Phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio of dihybrid process, very, very important. 1:2:2:4:1:2:1:2:1. If you add this, you will get 16. 3, 5, 9, 10, 13, 16. Here, if you add this one, you will get 16. 12, 15, 16. So the genotypic and phenotypic ratio of dihybrid cross. This is about dihybrid cross. Thank you.